Hey everybody, it's Jeremy. Welcome back to EA Tetragrammaton, where we are playing This is turn 67. Let's jump into it, shall we? Okay, so things are heating up a little bit in the war against Pangea. Let us see how this turn has turned out. We have cast Haruspects. We have cast Summon Mound Fiend. Oh, would you look at that? We were attacked by a horror. Of course we were. Alright. We prepared for this. Oh. It's an actual horror. It's not like baby horrors or little mantis boys. It's a real boy. Okay, so this is bad. Horrors are high hit point, high stats, high damage, life draining, ethereal units. These are rough. Fortunately, we do have our Ring of Warding on, so we've got multiple bodyguards here to help defend us. Let's see if it works. Let's see how it turns out. Okay, so the horror blinks, and as soon as he blinks, he heals a little bit. Okay, great. We've got an iron skin that goes off. Buddy, that is not going to help you. We'll see how it goes. We get a decay. Decay? What? Decay? Why decay? Okay, fine. Decay. Oh. Oh. We get a decay? Oh. Hey everybody. Hey guys. Guys, why are you facing to the right? Oh. 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 See, the other fun thing about horrors, he's killed one guy. We started with 6. He's killed 1. And the fun thing about horrors are they have fear 15. So they rout people really easily. All right. There goes our skull staff. Which means we're gonna have to make another skull staff. We're gonna have to risk more horrors. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's annoying. Not something we can't come away from. Walk away. We got this. We've got this. Man, I hate astral corruption. Like, I get it. The people are gonna be like, well, just don't forge. Just don't. Okay, well, that means that I'm not playing, or I'm not utilizing half of the resource. If I can't cast anything, I can't ritually cast anything, and I can't forge anything, then I basically just lose, right? So I've got to try. We've just got to cross our fingers and try to mitigate things as much as we can, okay? So, but we do have our Mound Fiend now, so there is that. Okay, we've got a series of battles. We're gonna flip through these because if we watch every single one, it's probably gonna take too long. We'll flip through and we'll see if there's anything interesting, and we'll check those, okay? We've got a battle in the Holy See. All right, this one actually is interesting. So we sent 5 of our Ishibs down. It wasn't against very much, but we won, right? But we lost 3 Ishibs. So what happened there? Let's watch this. Okay, so we've got our 5 Ishibs, and we've got this weird formation here with Turtle Tribe and Turtle Tribe. And so what happens is our guys water power and then summon water elementals. Great. And then all these water elementals, this water elemental gets trapped behind the Ishibs, and then these water elementals all of them head south towards these. If even just one of them headed towards these other turtle tribe, we would have been fine. But all of them head south towards these tritons. And then we spawn the next group, right? And these three all head south again to where only these two, like if one more had headed forward, right? And met with them. Oof. Goodness gracious. So our guys get attacked, right? And it's a big old wall of turtle tribes, and they get just enough hits in before the water elementals rout them, destroy them, to rout one of the Ishibs, or send him routing, but he dies from poison before he can actually rout. And then this one also dies from poison. So this one does not die from poison. It's good. It's a weak poison too. Like every single one of them probably could have easily, like, just a painful, annoying loss. But oh well, is what it is. No big deal. So we lost some Ishibs there. What's up next? We witness Hinnom attacking Angia and winning. And this is somewhat interesting because he's rolling around with this little crew of clockwork horrors, and they actually do work. Like, they do f***ing work. This guy over here, he's getting all souped up, right? Kitted out to fuck some pipples ups. But really, like, these clockwork boys come forward and they chop the shit out of these slingers. Like, they eventually end up going down, basically, right? But they cut the shit out of those slingers. And then these guys come forward and they do, you know, they do what you would expect. So that's a somewhat interesting one. This is just a raiding party. Ishib takes one. We ping Bell with Scout. Take it. A Dryad Mother actually attacks us in Kun Aral, right? So he's trying to counter-raid me. So he sends forth a single Dryad Mother who has a Robe of the Sea and a Mystic Lens. And I guess thought this was gonna go well. Or maybe he just screwed up. Because, yeah, he bone melts a bunch of things. But then we just come popper? Like, all of my places. Like, this probably would have worked on a 1 PD province. It probably wouldn't have worked on a 6 PD province. It might have, right? It might have survived. But against anything more than that, which most of our provinces are, not going to work. Next up. We've got another raid on Ishib, or with an Ishib. This one on a fort. Easy peasy. Our Yeti takes on some province defense. Easy peasy. And then we have a battle in Perenna. So he actually hit our fortress in Perenna. But surprise, surprise, no one's there right now. Like, there's literally no one in that fortress at the moment. So all of these Centaur warriors come out, right? And we've got 20 PD here, but and they're souped up with Gift of Health, but they're not gonna be able to do anything against Centaurs. Centaurs are good units. They are very, they have very good attack density. They will fuck you up, and these white Centaurs are absolutely, you know, hilly as shit. They come in. Start to smack the shit out of things. We try to fight back. Doesn't really happen. The Frozen Heart spam is something that I do want to note. He does have Frozen Heart up. Frozen Heart is potentially a weak spot for us. It's pretty good. Next up, we have moved into Hall Woods, and there really wasn't a battle. This is just province defense, nothing really interesting happening. So he has, he is within his fort, and that's it. So next up, we've got some unexpected events. We have found a damned merchant in Feral Woods, so let's go over there real quick. Feral Woods is starting to actually shape up to be a really, really valuable province. So we've got a Blood Marble Mausoleum, which is 1 death. Can you imagine? That's such a cool fucking name. The Blood Marble Mausoleum. What the fuck? Holy shit, I want to go to that place in a freaking tabletop game. We've got a Starlit Pond, which is an Astral Pearl. We've got a Damned Merchant, which is a Blood Slave. And I'm actually really excited about this because our Blood Slave income is now 1. And otherwise it is nothing. We've got Wild Canyons, which is +2 air gems, and we got nature gems from the Grove of Evergreens. So that is 6 gems out of this 1 province. That's really good. That's kind of like Trackless Waste is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? That's really good. Okay. So that's cool. We found some gems in Ial. Very good. The fortification in Carrion is unharmed. That's just a raid. The fort in Hall Woods is breached. We can storm it. And we are under siege in Perenna, and our walls are damaged. So let's take a look at Perenna first. We've been attacked here. This force is capable of breaking this fort down, but over the course of several turns. So I'm not super worried about this. We are building up a 3rd army over here towards so if we are able to, or if he sticks around, I think we'll be able to deal with it in a timely manner. Okay? We're continuing to, I'm not going to touch on all the recruitment that we're doing. Only going to talk about recruitment from here on out if it's special or if I feel like it's reasonable to bring it up, right? We actually have a fair amount of income these days because of all of the provinces that we've raided away from Pan. So we're putting that to good use, recruiting a whole bunch of different units all over the place. Very excited to add those to the mix. Big things that are happening. We continue to raid, and we're actually raiding very close to his capital. This is actually getting dangerous. But as you can see, Hinam is kind of voraciously taking his Tirnanog lands and kind of moving into the Kailasan lands as well. So we want to take what we can. Otherwise, Hinam is gonna... I mean, Hinam's already... This is Hinam. Okie fucking dokie. That's sketchy. That's very sketchy. So... I say this is Hinam, but it's like this is him. Anyways, we're trying to take what land we can. We're probably gonna lose one of these raiders sooner rather than later. We'll see how it goes. We're actually attacking with a scout down here because it says the province is free from military units and there's no organized local defense. So we're just gonna take that. We are forging quite a bit of gear this turn, right? Again, we're provoking horrors by doing this, but I can't sit around and never... I don't have a response. I can't do anything about astral corruption. I can't. And I've spoken to most of the other players in the game, and most of the other players in the game don't care. Right? Relay doesn't seem to care about astral corruption. Lanka definitely doesn't. Lanka actually likes astral corruption because they're mostly blood, and it's keeping Relay from attacking. Basically, Relay apparently was like mine hunting or something like that. It's basically keeping Relay from fucking with Lanka. Hinam kind of cares, maybe somewhat. I'm sure Fomoria cares, but Fomoria is 9 provinces right now, so I don't know that they have a whole lot of say in anything. at the moment. So basically, it seems unlikely that astral corruption is going to come down. So I've got to deal with it, and part of the way that I've got to deal with it is just fucking risk it. Now we're putting guards on as many people as we can while we're doing forgings, right? But we've still got to forge these things. We have our Mound Fiend, Leprosy, the Mound Fiend, yay, fantastic. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to empower him. The second thing we're going to do, probably, is summon a second Mound Fiend. Is summon a backup. And this is going to be wasting gems. I'm not happy about this. We were on a kind of tight amount of gem usage anyways to be able to get this up for what I wanted. So it's going to be it's going to take more resources to get what we want out of this situation. And it's going to be risky because we could lose him at any given moment. So we are forging gear to put on Leprosy. And we're going to empower him this turn. And then next turn, we're probably going to summon another Mound Fiend as a backup. And then the turn after that, we are probably going to do some forging with Leprosy and the second Mound Fiend. Maybe not both. Maybe we'll... So basically what we're going to do is we're going to try to use the backup Mound Fiend, right? Now, I wonder if it makes more sense to... Because there's... So I'm trying to think about mitigating. There's the chance that on summoning the Mound Fiend that Leprosy dies. But why don't I summon the Mound Fiend first? And then, if he's successful, then that's one thing less that Leprosy has to survive. And then Leprosy can empower. That's a better plan. So let's do that. To summon the Mound Fiend. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna summon the Mound Fiend. And what we're probably gonna have to do is we're going to have to sideways, I think the plausible way to do this, the best way to do this. Fucking hell. So much more freaking work. The smart way to do this to protect our investment is probably to sideways from Mound Fiends into Liches, right? Because a Lich is gonna be immortal. So if they do end up getting killed by a horror, at least they can come back, right? And it's going to cost additional gems, but fuck me. I don't know. We'll think about it. That might be too much of investment, right? Now, don't get me wrong. A Lich is good in the long run, but that just might be too much. Okay, so we've got this headache going on with Leprosy. We're going to try to figure that out. I'm going to summon a Mound Fiend this turn. And from there, we'll hopefully within 5 turns or so, we'll have Well of Misery up. We continue to research towards that goal, right? I still think that is one of the ways, right? Well of Misery, Tartarians... Gift of Health, that's, I think, still one of the ways that we can potentially win the game. Fuck. This is rough. Y'all, this is rough. Astral Corruption. I fucking hate you. I hate you. Alright. What else are we doing? We are storming Hallwoods. So we've got our gems distributed. I am anticipating, I'm not happy about it, but I'm anticipating a gem bait. So we have more than enough gems on everyone kind of spread out so that hopefully with conservative gem casting, the people who have to use gems will be able to cast both in the gem bait and during the actual attack on Hall Woods. So fingers crossed there. I do not know that that is going to be the case, but that is the general idea. And we're not going to go over everything about everyone here again. We know what we've got. We've got Fog Warriors coming out, Mass Protection coming out, Serpent's Blessing, Relief, Howl, Phantasm, a bunch of Thunderstrike spam, Storm, Water Elementals, Frostfind, I think Thunderfind, Wind Guide, Arrowfind, right? We got a whole shit ton of stuff coming out. In theory, we should be. I feel pretty confident about a fight. I don't necessarily feel confident about a trap, right? I don't feel confident about being tricked or being baited or something like that, right? Being gym baited or so. We will see how that kind of turns out. Fingers crossed. We're gonna let Perenna lie for. We're not gonna move Scout 15 there. We're gonna move Scout 15 onto Perenna, just in case he moves off. We'll just ping it. No big deal. Yeah, he's set to retreat. Should be good. And I think that's pretty much it. So from a magic item standpoint, we're using most of our hammers. We've lost. So we had at one time, I think we had 10 hammers. We've lost 2 hammers now, I think. 2 horrors, which has been really frustrating, really annoying. But I feel like that's the price that we're going to have to pay to play, basically. There is the issue of Fomoriya. So Mictlan is attacking Fomoriya with Ocelotl armies. Lanka is gearing up to attack Fomoriya as well. What we're going to need to do is we're probably going to need to just take these 3 provinces. Just to kind of like, this is our piece of the pie, type situation. You guys are welcome to eat up Fomoriya, that's okay. But what that's going to do, potentially, is give us a border with Mictlan. And we might have to fucking use it. Or at least, yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm incensed by astral corruption. It is driving me mad. But that being said, we need to start taking stock of the finality of the game. Because we're fast approaching that point of the late game where if something doesn't happen, this could turn into a really, really long game. There's no cataclysm on this, right? Hinnom is big and getting to endgame. Mictlan is big and getting to endgame. Lanka's not big, right? But they're very strong in the late game, and I'm definitely not going to count them out. Fomoriya, I don't expect too terribly much from Fomoriya. And now that Relay doesn't have Astral Corruption, why am I clicking those things? Now that Relay doesn't have Astral Corruption, I don't really anticipate a whole lot from Relay, though they could surprise me. And Pan, I don't want to count Pan out, but it's not looking good for them. It feels like they had to expend so much on their Throat Rush that the loss has basically, like, they've run out of gas. Like, it feels like they don't have much left. So we'll see. I think we are in a strong position, kinda, but short of tarts, I don't see a game plan for us to win in the long run. You know, how the fuck are we gonna deal with Hinam at in-game? Or Lanka, for that matter. Or Mictlan, for that matter. They're gonna have super combatants. All three of them are gonna have super combatants out the wazoo. And we're not gonna be able to do shit to them. Oof. We're gonna have to figure some things out. It's gonna be rough. We've got a uphill battle ahead of us. But we should be able to take 2 thrones and hold them, and hopefully a third at Jabal Kish. And if we can do that, right, we're not going to be anywhere near to winning the game, obviously. But we can be potentially a player in the game. Someone that the winner of the game will have to contend with, or else. I think that's the goal, right? Obviously, we want to win, but right now, I think we just want to get to a point to where someone doesn't just roll over us. Fingers crossed. All right, I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.